When was the last time you looked at your bank balance and wondered, what single quiet decision today could completely reshape every paycheck you'll ever earn? Not a gamble, not a viral stock tip, just one small calm move you could make before your coffee cools that secretly turns your money into a team of little workers multiplying in the background. Imagine this, a small snowball rolling down a hill. It gathers snow, layer by layer. Soon those new layers start collecting their own. That silent chain reaction, that's compounding, the invisible engine that builds wealth for people who never started rich. But here's the mystery. How big does that first snowball need to be before gravity takes over and the magic really begins? The number is far smaller than you might think. It's an amount ordinary earners can reach, and once you do, it's like flipping a switch that keeps your money working for life. The power behind compounding. Before we uncover that number, let's clear the fog. Most people think compounding is some dusty formula from a math textbook, or a privilege for people with trust funds. But it's the opposite. Compounding doesn't care who you are, it rewards one thing, patience. Push that tiny snowball once and it grows a little. Push it 20 times and it's powerful enough to flatten sticks and stones. Money behaves exactly the same way, if you give it time, consistency, and calm hands. So why not just chase real estate, crypto, or the next trending side hustle? Because those paths can turn into chaos. Real estate demands clogged toilets and late night calls. Crypto might skyrocket today and vanish tomorrow. And side hustles, they often consume your evenings and peace of mind. How big should the first snowball be? So let's solve the riddle. How large must that first snowball be before compounding starts showing real muscle? Let's work backward from a dream number most people secretly think about, $1 million. Say you want to reach $1 million in 20 years, investing in a broad stock index fund averaging around 8% returns per year. The math says you'd need roughly $241,000 to start. Sounds huge, right? But if you extend the timeline to 30 years, that number drops to about $100,000. Just 10 extra years cuts the requirement by more than half. That's your first major lesson. Time multiplies money better than effort ever could. Of course, the market doesn't rise in a straight line. Some years crash, others soar. So let's simplify it into 4 growth lanes. Lane 1, 4% return, like a solid savings bond, needs about $286,000 to hit $1 million in 30 years. Lane 2, 6% return, a balanced mix of stocks and bonds, needs around $165,000. Lane 3, 8% return, typical stock market pace, about $100,000. Lane 4, 10% return, top performing funds, just $57,000. Every extra percent of growth almost cuts the starting amount in half. That's the secret lever no one taught us in school. The real secret, stay still. But here's what most finance gurus won't tell you. The real power isn't in the growth rate. It's in your ability to leave it alone. If you pull money out early, skip contributions, or panic during market dips, your snowball stops rolling and starts melting. Once you start the compounding machine, don't touch the gears. Now, if $57,000 can grow into $1 million at 10%, why focus on $100,000? Because real life is in a spreadsheet. Markets wobble, jobs change, roofs leak, emotions flare. We need a cushion that still wins even when returns drop to 6%. And that's why experienced investors aim for one key milestone, $100,000. At 6%, that amount quietly earns $6,000 in the first year. By year 2, a little more, because your earnings are now earning 2. By year 10, it's roughly $9,000 a year. By year 20, it's about $16,000. At that point, your money is saving more for you than most people manage to save themselves. The snowball is rolling downhill on its own. The biggest mistake people make. So what stops most people? They cash out the gains or let them sit idle in a low-interest account where inflation quietly eats them alive. The fix is simple. Reinvest every dollar your investments earn. Think of each dollar as a new worker. The more workers you send out, the faster the job gets done. Reinvesting isn't a trick, it's just discipline. Over decades, this single habit can double or even triple your final wealth. And the best part? Once you automate it, it takes 0 extra effort. Can you really hit $100,000? So, can an average person really reach that 6-figure mark? Absolutely. Save $850 per month at 6% and you'll get there in just 8 years. If $500 per month fits your budget, it's about 12 years. Even $250 per month will get you there in 20 years. That's not overnight, but it's not a lifetime either. And no, you don't need to be a stock-picking genius to earn those returns. One low-cost index fund tracking the whole market has done it for decades. Forget trying to time every peak and dip. Your time is better spent living your life. Checking your account every day just hurts you. Each drop feels like a disaster, and you might pull out right before the rebound. Once a month, or even once a quarter, is all you need. So before we close, imagine holding a small seed in your hand. You press it into the soil, water it, and for weeks, nothing. Just a thin green shoot. Friends might laugh. 10 years later, that fragile shoot is a massive tree with shade, roots, and birds singing in its branches. That's your money, if you let compounding do its job. It doesn't grow overnight, but it never stops growing. So, what's the smallest amount that truly wakes up this hidden engine? After all the math, experience, and real-world examples, the answer lands here: $100,000. That's the moment where growth speaks loudly enough to stay motivated and still stays within reach for ordinary earners. The real secret isn't the number, it's your ability to start, stay patient, and never interrupt the process.